In about 30 minutes, the state will carry out its 17th execution this year for a man convicted of beating and raping a convenience store clerk in Palatka in 1988. TV20's Robert Bradfield spoke with a family friend of the victim on what she remembers from that day and her decision to forgive.
This is Richard Randolph. He was sentenced to death for the first-degree murder of his former convenience store manager, Ruth McCollum. A family friend of Ruth's wants you to remember her more than the actions of this man who's been on death row for 37 years. What would have been a quick trip for a glass bottle of Pepsi at what used to be a handy way in East Palatka turned into a life-changing discovery in 1988 for then college student Michelle Usry.
I can remember where the crime scene was taped. I can see the police people there.
She would frequent the store on her way to college, and behind the counter, she can still picture Ruth McCollum, who managed the store.
She was there ever since I was small, like bringing the Pepsi bottles that you recycled for 10 cents. We would take them in there, and that's how I got to know her.
Michelle's dad also had a connection with Ruth. He spent many years stocking the shelves while working for certified grocers. But 37 years ago, the handy way became a crime scene.
It would have never seemed the same, you know.
Then 25-year-old Richard Randolph, who previously worked there, tried to rob the safe. Ruth put up a fight, but was beaten, stabbed, and raped. Randolph made off with lottery tickets instead and drove north to Jacksonville, where he was arrested, trying to cash them. The original police report details 2 witnesses who saw Randolph leave in Ruth's car and called 911.
I'm looking at that store and it takes me right back to the same day. You know, the doorway is still the same. You know, it's the same doorway. It's the same window that was there.
At trial, the medical examiner likened Ruth's injuries to someone who had been ejected out of a car or thrown from a motorcycle and had received multiple hits to the head. Ruth died less than a week after the attack. Her cause of death was a result of a severe brain injury, with the medical examiner noting 334 extensive bruises.
What happened Thursday is just a result of the life that she lived and the happiness and the peace that she always gave me, of the routine every day going in there and seeing her face.
Randolph was sentenced to death. His death warrant was signed by the governor last month. Michelle says she's forgiven Randolph because of her own healing.
I'm truly forgiving of what he did, only because of who I've found in my life, and I'm just hoping that he does the same.
Floridians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty tell me Florida's leaders want a state that meets despair with death, illness, and punishment, and constitutional rights with indifference. We want and are building a Florida rooted in justice, mercy, and the truth. Robert Bradfield, TV20 News.